Hi, this is Vicki, and I'm going to start reading chapter 2 of It Was Never About Religion. It's a very short chapter, but I hope you're enjoying the stories. Chapter 2, Seeing is Believing. This is how it all began. With a vision, I saw myself resting on beautifully green grass upon a hillside, overlooking small groups of people, laughing with their children, or watching them as they played. I don't believe I'd ever experienced that much joy, although being with my children and eventually my grandchildren had been like that at times. Watching them play was and still is my favorite pastime. Sometimes their play has led to frustrating disagreements, and then the joy melted like snow from a burning sun. My vision was not like that at all. On the hillside in my vision, I heard children laughing and I saw them running and enjoying the warmth of the sunlight while feeling the cool vegetation beneath their bare feet, with moms and dads joining me in relishing the love I felt and saw displayed before me. It reminded me of a dream. I was climbing up a very steep rocky mountain, yet I wasn't tired or afraid, because a man who looked like the Jesus I'd seen in many artists' renderings was leading the way. He didn't hold my hand, but kept a close eye on me, as if to make sure I was safe and following. At the apex of the climb, there was a very large tree, the kind with roots ascending from the earth and with an opening at the bottom, through which the brightest of lights was shining, and when I stooped to look, I couldn't believe what I could see and hear. Children who reminded me of the Peanuts gang, Charles Schulz's cartoon creation, were skating around on a pond whose placid waters were made of glass, and it was oh so beautiful. The song I heard sounded so lovely, yet I couldn't understand the words. However, when I awoke, I realized I'd been given a peek at heaven. And when I was really awake, the melody and words translated in my mind, and I've never forgotten them. And I'll just sing it for you here. I've been singing in the sunshine, I've been laughing in the rain, for the mountain is behind me, and I'm glad. Now my heart is overflowing with the joy that life is bringing, and within this world of wonder, there's no room for being sad. These children had climbed the mountain I had, which seemed to be a metaphor of earthly life, often filled with treacherous pathways and slippery rocks. They had been successful and reached a happier place. Although I longed to join them, I knew that I was still alive in this world and could not cross over. What a glorious experience it was, seeing what heaven could be like. And when the next vision came, many years later, I wasn't surprised that happy children were a part of it. There were other components of the vision concerning heaven back in 2008, although those parts include pictures of the darker side of death, the place where I believe very few people end up, and that will be fully explained as I venture further into my story. Needless to say, I do believe there is a heaven, just not the one that sounds like a storybook's fairy tale. I also believe that when I die, I will go there, and my reasoning for that will become clearer as my narrative proceeds. Sometimes I envision that I want my arrival in heaven to be like, and I have found scripture to back up what I think about. The Bible talks about God being able to give us far beyond what we could think or even imagine. So if the Bible is true, and I feel that most of it is, whether allegorically or realistically, then I'll know I'm in heaven when I wake up standing before a log cabin whose chimney smoke floats above, and the woods around me sparkle from the snow-covered pine tree branches. I won't feel cold, nor will the tall, handsome Appaloosa beside me. His name is Wamtaso, which I understand to be the Arapaho word for he who is good. Yes, that's a sight I long to see. Everything I'm sharing, I've seen with my own eyes, in my mind, in a vision, or in a dream. And when I compare it to the scriptures that I love so much, faith grows inside me. But for now, let's go back to the mountain.